Hey guys, this is I guess a follow-up to the video that I just made about gentrification. And while making that video, um, I was really thinking about how uh, black spending, black spending power, and about how we have so much money in our black community, but yet it is mismanaged. Um, and I look at, like, you just had, like, we actually are doing really good as far as making money, and I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that, you got the LeBron James, you got the Dr. Dre's, you got the Jay-Z's, you got the Puffies, you got all of these black, entrepreneurs that started from ground up, and that they have massed a huge amount of wealth, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. But here's the thing, you know, and I'm going to go back to what I was talking about in the initial video. We talk about gentrification and how gentrification is racist and all of this stuff, And if you want to go back to my other video, you can kind of see how I get into that. But my question is that we have all of this spending power. We have all of these, because now we have all of these billionaires and everything. And how come, since we have all this money, how come we aren't gentrifying other other communities? Or not even that. Or how come we are still allowing these same communities that we talk about, that we rap about, that we make videos about, that we go on these philosophical rants about, all of these, rich people go on these philosophical rants about? How come we don't take our money and actually do something about it? Why do we, these blacks that have all of this money, these billion and millionaires, don't actually put their money where their mouth is? How come? How come the Floyd Mayweathers, you know? But then when something gets gentrified, we're the first ones to scream racism, and how can y'all, and then they tell us, these billionaires, how can y'all let that happen? Telling us, the common man, how can y'all let that happen? I see you, Jay-Z. I peeped you. When these places get gentrified, then you make your little rap song about how the white man is coming in, and you make it flow and you make it rhyme, and you go to the metaphors and all that stuff like that, and you getting paid off of that. You getting billions off of that, talking about gentrification, but you ain't helping fix gentrification, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's very hypocritical when you have these billionaire rappers and these billionaire actors and these billionaire um, uh, sports stars not doing nothing. I'm not saying all of them aren't doing anything, but on a large scale, what, as far as blacks, what have we contributed to on a large scale that we can say, wow, that's an accomplishment. That's a huge accomplishment. I can tell you what that is. Y'all want to hear what black people contribute to on a large scale? Okay, I can tell you right now, it's not gentrification. It's not schools and education. It's not libraries. It's not that. I know that's shocking, but the number one and number two things is in the black community that we spend majority of our money on is hair and sneakers. Hair and sneakers. That's it. That's it. And that's a crying shame. That's a crying shame. I mean, and this is kind of like a little off a tangent, but I saw this on the news the other day. I was just watching the news, and these three black girls. This is how serious this is. This epidemic of this of hair is. You know, we not gonna fight for nothing. No, we ain't gonna fight for nothing that's gonna actually give us generational wealth. We ain't gonna fight over that. We ain't gonna do that. But I saw these black girls. They went into uh, this hair store, and they end up bringing in bear spray, like this bear mace, and they jumped behind the counter, took about $2,000 worth of hair, and sprayed the sprayed. And this is bear spray. This is like, I think they say this is like 10 times stronger than regular mace. Sprayed the Joker behind the counter, and then beat him with the. And then after they got finished spraying, cleaning the bottle out, beat him with the bottle, with the spray can, all for some hair weave. Hair weave. That is the state. And I'm not saying all black women are like this, but I'm saying that majority is getting worse, and it's getting worse. Is that majority of our black women are going, like, I don't know, I can't even say the word, going freaking nuts over hair. And then you have our boys out here, our men, that, man, I gotta get me a pair of J's. I get me a pair of J's. I gotta get me a pair of J's. That's all you see is J's, and I gotta look fly. I gotta look fly. Yo, I gotta look fly. And if you look at our spending power, it's been like that for decades. This is not nothing I'm saying is new. The black spending power, it's, how do they say it? It's revolving. It just revolves. It just goes in. It goes in, comes out, and it keeps revolving, and it goes. And it's like a cycle. It just keeps revolving over and over again. It never actually breaks that revolving cycle. It just goes, and it goes in one way, and that's it. It's just a cycle. It never expands out. It never expands out. And we talk about gentrification. We talk about, how dare the white man and all this kind of stuff like that. Everything the white man is doing with gentrification, we can do that too. We can do that too. We can do that too. We got more spending power than any other race. We can do that too. And the thing of it is that, oh, no, we don't. Yeah, we do. Let me tell you why. Because we got so many freaking government assistance programs that we can take advantage of and screw over and still make a profit. I mean, how many government if I really wanted to, I could get on some government programs. You know what I'm saying? I can get on government and then still make money on the side. I can screw the government over, make money on the side, and I'm double dipping. So yeah, we got opportunities. We got opportunities to get our degree and still we got opportunities to get our degree, still live off the government, and still make money. We got a three banger system, and we still throw our money away. We still throw our money away. I'm gonna speak on myself. This is my house. This is my land. This is my land. And I thank God for it. And let me tell you something. In the future, I'm praying. Do you see that land over there? See that land over there? All that land over there, it goes miles back. I'm praying to get that. But that's me. I'm only one in a bucket, and I'm doing this because I want a legacy for my children. I don't even have children yet, but I want a legacy for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else. I ain't better than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to sleep in my car. I never forget, I had a Nissan Xterra I used to sleep in. Yeah, a blue Nissan Xterra. I used to sleep in that thing. Yep. But I ain't sleeping in it now. And I built myself up. I didn't blame no white man because I was sleeping in my Xterra. I blame my stupid behind decisions. I did stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, I had to buckle down and get with it and handle my business. Am I where I want to be? No, but I'm not where I used to be. But all I'm saying is this, guys, is that the black community, we glorify the wrong thing. I could go so far in this rabbit trail with that. But if you just look at just TVs, movies, videos, music, we just glorify just the wrong thing, you know. And people say, "Oh well, it's racist." Is that we have a racist? We have a it's a slave. It's from slavery and all this stuff like that. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that. Because if that's the case, then if we're mentally controlled, then I would be still living in my Nissan, my blue Nissan Xterra. And we so mentally controlled. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like that. I'm doing what I got to do to make myself better. And I'm black. I'm black. I'm black. So why have I overcame that? Why have I and I've accumulated things. Why have I overcame that? So you mean to tell me the other ones? So it ain't that we robots. It's because it's personal decision. Because there's some black people that listen to me now. I know I don't have a lot of people, but there's some black people that listen to me now that have their stuff together, that's got their stuff. Why aren't they sleeping in their car? Why aren't they walking around with the chains mentally on their mind? You know, their chains mentally on their mind. Why aren't they like that? You know, so you can't sit there and say this racism because other black people don't think like that. It's just an excuse. It's just an excuse. And so, you know, guys, I mean, I just wanted to just, come on here and take the time and just share, my feelings toward this whole gentrification thing. And, it's just sad that, and honestly, it's just sad that we think like that. And honestly, I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think in my lifetime I will ever see black people accumulate masses like that. I don't. Because let me tell you why. Because this video, there are a lot of black people that's going to hate what I'm saying. Oh, this nigga don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he talking about. This nigga don't know what he talking about. Oh, he don't know. Oh, he hating. He a coon. He Uncle Tommy a sellout. He a sellout. He Uncle Tommy a sellout. And if I see him, I'm going to get him. If I see him talking that rah-rah, I'm going to get him. Yeah. Just because you have a different train of thought, black people, I mean, if they hear, if some black people hear you talking, these dudes want to put a hit on you. Oh, I'm going to have to drop a dime on him. Who we think he is? Yeah, that's why we'll never see mass growth in the black community. We'll never see it. Because the minute a black man says something like that, he's vilified, he's ostracized. He is. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? It's just, and I look at like people like a Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was out there getting it, grinding, getting it. Getting it in. Putting that work in for the community, doing real good work. Now, I didn't agree with some of the stuff he was saying about the president and stuff like that. To each his own. But I stood behind that man. I still stand behind the way his thought process is, the way he wanted to take the community and keep everything in our own and build it up. But it's always that other nigga it's always that other nigga that's side-eyeing you. Excuse my language, but that's just the way it is. It's always another nigga that's side-eyeing you. But while the other nigga side-eyeing me, you got a lot of black people that's always side-eyeing the white man. Oh, that white man gonna get me. Oh, I ain't gonna have that white man get me. I ain't gonna have that white man get me. He ain't gonna get me. He ain't gonna get me. And the whole time, it's like a boa constrictor. They say like a boa constrictor. You can be friends with a boa constrictor. You can actually, people say that they actually sleep with a boa constrictor. And that boa constrictor grow with you and you play with it. And it's a small boa constrictor. It's so cute. It's so cute. Then that boa constrictor kind of get a little bit of size on them. Probably be back a little bit larger than your arm or whatever like that, longer along your arm. And the whole time, that boa constrictor is sizing you up. Kind of doing certain little squeezes and constricting, and it's like, oh, he's just constricting. That's just so cute. That's so cute. That's how some niggas are. And the next thing you know, that boy constrictor get big enough, and it's like, okay, you're getting a little bit too big. I can't put you in the bed with me. I'm gonna put you in my cage, put you in a little cage or whatever like that. Next time you bring it out, and it start getting a little bit tight. Getting a little bit tight. You put them around your neck. Whoa, you get a little bit tight. Now you gotta have two people to kind of like pull them off of you. Okay, sizing you up then. Next thing you know, you get real comfortable. He's been good for a week. Next thing you know, he's like, okay, well, you get real lax or whatever like that. Like, oh well, I don't feel like putting him in this cage. I ain't gonna put him in this cage tonight. And boy, I sure am. I'm sure I'm tired. I'm sure I'm tired. I ain't gonna put him in this cage tonight. He'll be alright. I trust him. Meanwhile, you got your guns and everything in your house, or if the white cop busts in your house, you gonna bust back on them. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bust back on them hoes, on them white cops. You got your guns. You got them locked and loaded. You got them locked and you got your Glocks, and you got your Glocks and you got your FNs, and you got all your guns locked and loaded. You got your ARs, everything locked and loaded for the white man that's gonna come bust up in there. So you go to sleep at night. Next thing you know, your friend, your pet, climbs up in the bed with you, constricts around your neck, and kills you. Then try to devour you. That's how it is in the black community. We so focused on this white man. And you know what I say? All these white cops that come into the black community and get killed trying to stop other black men from killing themselves, I don't see how they would do it. You got all these white cops. I'm kind of going a different direction. You got all these white cops that go into these black communities and get gunned down to try to stop other black people from shooting other black people. Man, you got to be crazy. But anyway, yeah, so that's what happens. You worrying about the cops busting up in your house when you got the enemy that's already in your house. Nipsey Hussle. So many other black men have gotten gunned down by our own. All because of what? One of the reasons because you're amassing more than they are. You're amassing more than they are. People say, oh, Wes Crabs and the bucket come from slavery. I don't care what you want to call it. It's personal decisions at the end of the day. So that's why I feel that this whole gentrification thing, the minute we start amassing things, that's when it becomes a problem to the other black man. That's when it becomes a problem. That's why when you hear other black people talking about, oh, I'm about this community, I'm about community, what that nigga do? Who he think he is? Then you got scammers like Umar Johnson that some black people are just now opening up and trying to give their money to, and what this dude is doing. See, it's just messed up. It's just messed up. The Prince of Pan-Africanism. What? That's another thing I got. I'm just sick of black people. All this pro-Africa stuff, all this pro-Africa, African medallion wearing, all this stuff like that. Oh, well, would you live in Africa? Oh, I ain't living over. Oh, I never live over there, but I'm going to preach it. I'm going to preach pro-Africanism. I'm going to preach pro-Pan-Africanism. Oh, well, won't you go and live in Ghana? Won't you go live in the Congo? Won't you go live in Zimbabwe? Won't you go live in the bush? Won't you go live in Sierra Leone, where they chopping out people's arms if you don't think like them? Won't you go live over there? Oh, I ain't going to go live over there. Oh, I like it in America, but I'm going to be wearing my dashiki and all this kind of stuff like that. Oh, okay. So you're gonna talk about the plight of going back to Africa. You're gonna talk about the whole Garveyism. You're gonna talk about all of that stuff, but you ain't gonna do the one-star liner. But you ain't gonna do because you want to stay over here in America where it's. I got you. That's why we will never get nowhere. That's where we'll never get nowhere. Thoughts, comments, leave them in the comment section. Thank you.